Welcome to AGORACOM, the Small Cap Epicenter, and AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show that brings you the best press releases out of the small cap world every morning at the open, so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe even find your next great small cap investment. Monday, January the 28th, got 6 great press releases for you from both sides of the border. Going to start you off in the U.S. first, so let's get to it. First up, International Consolidated Companies trades on the OTC under the stock symbol INCC. They announced that they signed a letter of intent to acquire a significant Chinese business. How significant is this? First of all, it's an LOI to acquire a pharmaceutical and chemical company that's located in the Hebei province of the People's Republic of China. The company's got 1,000 employees. They manufacture and sell biopharmaceutical compounds to both the U.S. and European markets. Here are the numbers. 2006 unaudited revenue, $30 million, after-tax profits, $3 million. 2007 numbers, revenue, $40 million, after-tax profits, $4 million. Those are unaudited. And finally, the unaudited balance sheet has about $50 million U.S. in assets on that balance sheet. Naturally now, the company is going to go through a due diligence phase and go through an audit, and they're not going to release the final numbers until everything is done and the agreement is executed, but this looks like a very, very big deal. The company closed yesterday at 55 cents. What does International Consolidated do? This is a new company we've stumbled on. I like the space. They like to acquire international businesses located, obviously, in the expanding Asian markets. They're focusing on 3 dynamic areas: healthcare, tech, and environment. They say that to provide foreign companies an opportunity to gain access to U.S. capital markets while still retaining a significant percentage of each target company. I'm going to save judgment until I see the completion of this acquisition here, but this looks like a really good one. Take a look at ICC. Next up, HLS Systems trades on the OTC under the stock symbol HLSYF. They announced the award of a $4.1 million government IT contract. The company, this is an IT contract by a national government bureau in the People's Republic of China. Again, love these contracts in China. This is for application software development and system integration work. It's expected to be completed within 100 days after they commence the contract and they commence the work, and that work is expected to be commenced in this quarter by March 31st, 2008. Interesting, Dr. Wang Shengli, the company's chief executive officer, had the following to say. We grabbed an excerpt. This will be HLS's second project for this government bureau. We feel that this is especially noteworthy because it represents repeat business, providing an excellent example of the value that we deliver. So, you know what we like, Chinese companies, repeat business, that's a winner there. Now, they did close yesterday at $8.25, a little higher than normal, but should also serve as an example of what can be achieved with these great Chinese companies on the OTC. Next up, Superclick trades on the OTC SPCK. They announced record financial results for the year end October 31st, 2007. For those of you who are new to the company, we've introduced them here before. They're an IP infrastructure management solutions to the hospitality industry, which basically means they provide internet access and all that support when you go to hotels and you need to get online, which we think is a great business. Here are the numbers. Net revenue, $4.78 million. That's up 21%. Net income, $817,000. I really like this. This compares to a loss last year of $2.4 million. Resulted in net income per share of 2 cents on the basic and 1 cent per share on a fully diluted basis. On the basic, this compares to a loss last year of 8 cents a share. So Superclick has made significant gains on the profit side. They say a large part of this is due in large part to increases in the company's support activity, which is a recurring component in the company's total revenues. Gotta like that. That means stability. When this is recurring, it means they don't have they have a real great floor underneath them and can only build from there. They closed yesterday at 17.5 cents. Next up, U.S. Farms trades on the OTC under the stock symbol USFI. Announced record sales again there for 2007. These are unaudited numbers, so I guess they want to get these out before the audit because they were happy with the numbers. $9.476 million in revenue for the year ended December 31st. Fourth quarter revenues alone were just over $2.6 million. Is primarily from bulk tomato and garlic operations. What does U.S. Farms do? They're a diversified commercial farming and nursery company. The company grows, markets, distributes horticultural products to a number of subsidiaries, and their products are sold through supermarkets, home centers, retail merchandise, garden centers. You get the gist. They obviously did very, very well. They closed yesterday at 28 cents. Let's go over to the TSX Venture and focus on some resource companies. Apogee Minerals trades on the Venture under the stock symbol APE. They announced that they extended high-grade silver, zinc, lead mineralization at their Pulicayo project in Bolivia. They received assays for an additional 4 drill holes from their ongoing program. These intersections continue to expand a thick zone of silver, zinc, and lead mineralization in the center of the upper part of the world-class Tahoe vein system. See the press release dated January 8th that we also reported on, where the great numbers. In this one here, hole PUD 046 intersected 19 meters. Listen to these numbers. 19 meters grading 258.5 grams per ton of silver, 1.8% lead, and 2.85% zinc. That's within a very thick mineralized intersection of 84 meters, grading 106.3 grams per ton of silver, 0.86% lead, and 2.26% zinc. And finally, hole 07 PUD 047 intersected 12 meters, grading 207 grams per ton of silver, 1.55% lead, and 0.82% zinc. That's also within a much thicker mineralized interval. Helio Diniz, president of Apogee, had a long quote. I took out some excerpts here that were important. We strive to quickly delineate a significant silver-rich resource at Pulicayo, which is located only 5 kilometers to the south of the Paca silver zinc deposit, where an inferred 18.4 million ton resource containing in excess of 25 million ounces of silver has already been delineated. We have resumed drilling with 2 drills, mobilizing a 3rd rig in order to ensure the balance of the 14,000 meter drill program is done in this quarter to allow Apogee to complete a 43-101 compliant resource estimate for this part of the Pulicayo deposit. We like that. We like to see the 43-101, so obviously there's more coming in terms of drill results and the 43-1 out of Apogee. They closed yesterday at 34.5 cents. And finally, Bell Resources, also on the TSX Venture Exchange, out of the stock symbol BL. They announced a 43-101 technical report that's actually been released on their La Balsa project. Their proposed merger partner, Rogue River Resources, has received a National Instrument 43-101 technical report on its La Balsa copper project. This is in Mexico. How substantial is the number? The report substantiates an initial measured and indicated resource estimate of 194.6 million pounds of copper, with an additional inferred resources and expansion potential. They've got a lot of technical information in that press release. You might want to go take a look at that. They closed yesterday at 35.5 cents. That's a wrap for the day. As always, if you're looking for more great small cap companies, don't forget about the AGORACOM marketplace, where we've got over 80 companies now listed by industry and exchange with great summaries, so you can find the one quickly that best suits your portfolio needs. That's a wrap. Have a fantastic day. See you tomorrow.